We definitely missed sitting down with you guys and talking. I'm discovering that there is just kind of realizing how important friendship is in 3 benefits of being. I'm gonna go first and I'm gonna make a second point.
So again, welcome back. We miss you all. There are people. Sam told me, "You're my friend."
Hello everyone! Welcome back to Life with Sam and Tiff. I'm Sam and this is my lovely wife, Tiffany. And before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to my wife for buying me this Sonic t-shirt from Philippines. I'm a huge gamer. I just thought I'd just put that out there. Thanks, baby.
I know. This is from Uniqlo. Hi, Uniqlo.
So hey, it's been a while since we've talked to you in this kind of setting. And we definitely missed sitting down with you guys and talking about important things in relationships and in our marriage. And the longer we're married, I'm discovering that there is this foundation of friendship that I have taken for granted. But now more than ever, I'm really just kind of realizing how important friendship is in a relationship. So we thought we'd take this time to talk about 3 benefits of being friends in a relationship, and specifically in our context, 3 benefits of being friends in marriage. So Tiffany's gonna go first, and I'm gonna make a second point, and then on our third point, we're gonna come back together to finish it off. So honey, you wanna take over from here?
Yes. Take over where? So again, welcome back. We miss you all. And today we're gonna talk about a topic that is very important for the both of us, because ever since before we got married, this is one serious thing that we decided consciously on. There are people who were blessed enough to be friends at first. They have known each other at first, and then they had this romantic involvement right after, and then they were in a relationship and they got married. But our story was different. Our story was, we met of course as strangers, and as we were dating, eventually we really set it in our mind that we are friends, most especially coming from Sam. Sam told me, "You're my friend, let's be friends." Even though we're dating, that's our mindset. Let's be friends, let's enjoy each other's company. And he always tells me that I'm his best friend. So moving on, the first benefit of being friends in your relationship is that being friends helps each other share the same interests. So we have already shared prior that we are different people, different individuals, and we are unique. I may have some interests that Sam did not find as his interest, and vice versa. And one example is that Sam likes to play PlayStation so much. So he is a gamer. And when I came here, he had so many computer games. I mean, games in his PS4. And it was not my interest. But I learned to love it.
She plays more than me now.
I learned to adapt with this interest. And now we have become more of a best friend, because we talk about the same things. We have the same language that we use. He shares to me the tips that he knows about gaming, and now I know how the tricks are to know secrets in different quests that I play in the PS4 games. These things again made us grow fonder about each other, because we are interested of each other's interests. Blessed are those who have the same interest, right?
Sure.
So if you have the same interest with your significant other, then that is great for the both of you. And if you have, of course, different interests, or people have different interests, what we want to share it to you is that you try to be open about it. You explore your partner's interest and try to respect if, for example, your spouse or your partner would not want it or like or be interested about it, don't be insistent, but rather be suggestive. Is that correct? Being suggestive?
Yeah, I would say invite your spouse or your significant other into your hobbies.
Yes,
You know?
I think that's what I want to say. Yeah, so invite him or her of your hobbies and interests, and maybe also, oh, one more. I don't like sleeping in trucks, but I found out Sam likes to sleep in trucks, and his dream is to live in a truck.
Van dwelling, kind of, you know, like RVing and stuff.
That's why we've been vlogging about those kind of stuff, because it's actually his hobby. And even if I was taken aback by it at first, I tried it for us, for his sake, for our sake, and later on I was able to enjoy it. I like it. I like the idea of sitting over the truck, and it's like camping but more technical because we're in a vehicle. And with that, Sam is now more open to share to me his ideas and how he made it and how he was able to arrive to that kind of interest. So see, with having the same interest, sharing the same interest makes you understand each other more, which is actually the third point later. So I think I've said too much. Let's move on to the second benefit. Did I?
No, that was great.
Okay.
The second benefit of being friends with your significant other or your spouse is the space and freedom to grow. Being in a relationship is tough. It takes a lot of work to make a marriage work, right? Takes a lot of effort in making a relationship work. And so there's a lot of pressure and a lot of weight that goes into that. And for me, knowing that you're my friend, knowing that at the end of the day you have my back, really helps me to be okay with failing. That even if I fail, and when I fail, and I failed many times, that's okay. That Tiffany is going to cheer me on. You're going to give good, constructive criticism for me to grow. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel safe to make mistakes and to fail. I've never done this before. So, gosh, I need a friend to say, hey, you put a really good effort into that, but maybe you could change some things up next time. And knowing that at the end of the day, she has my back, that I can lean on her and trust her to help me to grow as a husband and as a friend, really makes me happy. So, does that make sense to you? Does that okay? Any thoughts about that?
Yeah, it's just like when you are doing, for example, an activity, and when your family is not around, who supports you? It's actually your friends. And
true.
it's the same thing. In your marriage, there's no one else who's there for you. Your friends, your family could not be directly involved in that kind of relationship. So who's gonna support your spouse? It's actually you. And when you show that support, and we show that you care, then that's being a friend to that person.
Sure. So we're all proponents of having friends outside of marriage or in your relationship. Should never be the two of you and just the two of you away from community. We do believe that, even in a relationship and in marriage, it's healthy to have friends. But man, this is a different kind of friendship. It's a different kind of intimacy and connection, which leads us into our third point. Being friends in a relationship or marriage cultivates opportunities for deeper intimacy, emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Taking, and I think this is coming from your first point, taking part in each other's hobbies, showing that you're interested in the other person's hobbies can create opportunities and chances for you guys to get to know each other more. So going on a hike together, or going on a drive together, or going golfing together, or snowboarding or surfing together creates opportunities for you guys to have a lot of conversations about life and just kind of go deeper in knowing each other's fears and your goals, and kind of sharing that, being transparent and vulnerable. I think being friends gives opportunities for deeper connection and deeper intimacy with your significant other. Do you have any thoughts about that, honey?
Yeah. As women like to hang out with their friends, their girlfriends, and have overnight session talking about fashion, makeup, boys, and things like that. So I used to do that a lot with my friends, and we do sleep over, just like I said, and we'll just talk about these things all throughout the night without even noticing the time. It's the same thing for both of us. We actually talk the same things over and over every night, and surprisingly we don't get bored about it, even if you know already each other's responses. When you have, or you're confident to share your thoughts, your emotions and feelings towards your spouse, or to your spouse or your partner, that builds up a deeper understanding. Also, a reminder for that person that, oh, this is what he wants, this is what she prefers, this is her feelings or his feelings about this kind of situation. So in short, having that time to talk, just like how you talk to a friend, and how comfortable you are to tell that person your secrets and emotions, is what we do. And hopefully you can try it between you and your partner or your significant other in your relationship each night before you sleep. It really helps, and it's very effective for the both of us. So before we sleep, we just look at each other and we talk and really converse. Sometimes there could be times that you will disagree, because sometimes we talk about politics.
Not a good bedtime conversation, by the way.
We talk about politics, we talk about each other's culture, our differences. At some point, we irritate each other because I strongly and firmly believe about this, and he does that too. I think this is it, and that, blah, blah, blah. But it's a conversation. It's a discussion that you are comfortable to talk about it with your friend.
Great, thank you. So those are 3 tips or 3 ways in which we feel like friendship is important in our relationship. So you may say, gosh, I'm not very good friends with my significant other or spouse. How do I get that way? And I don't know if there's a magic formula, but maybe you guys can do things together. Go like we talked about, how do you build a friendship with anybody, right? You first have to take initiative, and I think it takes 2 people to do it, right? It can't be a one-sided friendship. Both of you guys will have to want it and just spend a lot of time together, open up, share a couple stories, and go on, dates, not specifically only as a significant other or a spouse, but just as a friend to a friend. Give that a try and let us know how that goes. Again, this is just from our experience. All of this is just us kind of trial and error through life and through our relationship. What's worked for you? Do you consider your spouse as your friend or your significant other as your friend? Do you think that's okay? Do you think that's healthy? Or maybe you guys have a different opinion about that? Would you comment below? Give us some tips in what has worked for you, and we'll keep learning from each other. So we appreciate that. Honey, do you want to say anything else?
Yeah, one last thing. I read in an article, they say that sometimes when a husband and wife, when they get married, they forget their friendship prior to their marriage and turn into the husband and wife roles.
Oh yeah.
They shut that friendship off and convert into, I'm the husband, I'm the wife, you need to do this, you need to do that. But when you turn into like that, the relationship will become harder because you would not enjoy each other's company anymore. So bring along your friendship that you have built when you were dating, and see that you will enjoy more and laugh more with your friend. So we laugh a lot every day, and we're just so amazed how we click so much. Of course, there are times we have conflict because we don't have the same idea, but again, just like what I said earlier, as long as you're having conversation and as long as you are just being fair after during or after conversation, you don't make it to a point that you hurt each other with your words when you disagree during your conversation, but later on you realize that, oh, this is how my husband thinks, oh, this is how my husband feels about this kind of situations, and then use these knowledge and wisdom to act in your relationship. I hope these sharings of ours helped you a little bit. Our aim is to share our best practices for ourselves. Trying to say is that these practices are effective for us and might be effective for you. So we hope that you have learned a lot from us, and we are also open for your output. Why output?
I don't know.
Input. We're also open to your input. Sorry guys, because it's already nighttime.
Well, that's it for us. That's it for this video. If you haven't already done so, would you consider subscribing and becoming part of our YouTube family? We want to be part of your YouTube family. So please connect with us. And like always, please take care of each other. And until next time, we'll see you then. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.